Alright. Alright. Let's do some neutral. Yeah, I don't know if these are gonna be like one big video. I don't know, I'm sick right now and I'm gonna go out to eat like an idiot soon, but let's start these videos. Or video. I don't know. Let's see how far I can get. Alright. I think the first one you wanted, one of the first ones was Dawson? Yeah. Here, why don't we pick a Pookie first? Oh, I already did. Yeah. No. A lot of it. Alright. Here you are, Sin. I know that was one of them you wanted. Alex Barb or Karen Machine. Okay. So when I start off a round, usually before it starts, I'll hold heavy punch to hide an input. So in case he like floats, I can just like toss that up there. That's like one of the first things I do. I don't hold it the whole game or the whole round even, but I usually just wait for a float. Alright, let's do some... Alright. Playback recording. Alright, so... let's do... kick drill. Okay. So, one of the first things I do in the beginning, I guess, against a sim, is I stay outside of his fierce range. A thing you can do is you can ride his fierce and then you're close up and then you get pressure. So that's the thing. Or you can just be like, nope. you can just do things like that. Like, I don't think you can't do a kunai. It goes too far to link, but it's cool, right? You can sweep him too. Yeah, so you can whiff punish like that. And then mid range, obviously he's gonna throw out like a lot more like medium kicks. And then a lot of times when they throw out these medium kicks, they want to bait an anti-air. So they're just gonna harass you and wait for you to jump, and then they're gonna anti-air you. A thing you could do, you could ride it as well. It's not a bad thing. I don't think nothing links because it's too far away. But you can just back off, like backdash, and then just do an EX kunai. Because either he'll probably block, or maybe he'll mash medium kick again, who knows. Once you're a lot closer, he's gonna, especially when he starts his pressure, he's gonna start drilling you. So a good way to stop drills is just, usually I do crouch jab. It'll trade, usually. But the standing line kick, I mean, you can crouch medium punch it, but it's hard. Usually you just DP. When you see him in the air, DP is not actually a bad anti-air in this matchup, because it will cover his float when he's like, oops, here. So when he's like, oops, when he's like floating, and then he'll do like something like that, he'll just do a fierce to get you off you, or do something like that. A thing you can do is just DP. So if his fierce does come out, he's gonna connect with your DP. A thing, yeah, just dash in and DP. That's like a good thing to do when you see him float like that in this mid-screen, like mid-range, not like long range. Because if he floats at long range, you can't really do anything besides check a kunai. Yeah, so basically neutral always, you just have to be patient. against Dawson. You don't want to be too aggressive. You're just gonna want to wait it out a little bit, because like your time will come. Your time will come. Don't take unnecessary risks against him, because that's what he wants. He wants you to be very rash with how you're playing neutral. So as long as I feel like sometimes you just have to slow it down, and then once you're in, just go in on him. So like a good OP like duel for him is like you just do medium kick. So after like light punch Raida, dash forward medium kick and input also medium kick dash at right away to OS it. So in case the medium kick will come out first, and he's either gonna block it or get hit, or if he teleports, you dash, and then you can get a full punish. That's a nice little tool. Yeah, I don't know. And oh, another thing, I guess, I forgot, is dealing with like Sims who like to do that, and then like slide. Yeah, they do medium kick slide, don't they? And then they, oops, I forgot he has that. And they slide. A thing you can do to combat this is actually a few things, but the easiest thing, did I do it on 2? Nope. Did I do it on 1? Yeah, I did it on 1. So if you can read that they're gonna do a fireball, you can just dash right under it. So if they do it like around this range, you just like, I think you can just react to it. It's hard. It's more of like more of a read than anything. That's what I like to do. I like to go for reads. But you can also just, oh, you can't do that. I guess you can DP if you want to waste meter. You could DP it. It's very risky because you just walk under and it's like almost like a read that he's gonna slide. You can do that as well. You can actually EX kunai. Not a lot of people do it though. You can actually get a decent chunk, but you have to use like 2 bars. So it's not the best. If it's like mid-range, you can get an easy Raida. But if it's like this range, you can't really get anything besides EX Raida. Neat though. Something to think about. It's just, I feel like Sim, it's just all about patience. You'll be fine. Alright, Sim's relatively easy. Ibuki beats Sim pretty easily. Alright, I need to go to character select. What should I do next? Balrog. Balrog's easy. I know the Balrog matchup. Okay. So, neutral with Balrog. It's kind of, I don't know. I feel like it's heavily in Ibuki's favor sometimes. The neutral game against Balrog Ibuki. Okay. So let's do some playback things. Yeah. Do I have stuff recorded? What do I have? I think that's supposed to be a rush punch. Or is he just doing things? Okay. Me. I like that one better. Okay. Okay, let's start with that. So a lot of times when you're in like this range against Balrog, I like to just kind of stay outside his roundhouse. And then you can either like do some heavy kicks. Standing roundhouse is actually very good against Balrog too. You can just stand outside this range, and I like to just do that because it might catch a rush punch too. Or you can just whiff punish with crouching medium punch. Oh, I have a rank game. I need to turn that off. It's gonna be annoying. Okay. Like, yeah, that's all like I do. Is just stay outside this range. When I'm that close. There's a bunch of ranges that I don't really. I throw out a lot of buttons, but I also V-skill. Like V-skill is actually a very good option in this range. Because at like this range, if he jumps, he's just gonna land over you. So if he has no cross up, so you get a free punish if he does that. If he presses the button at least. So like just stand. You can actually stand in that range because your hitbox will retract. So you can like kind of like feign that you're in his range and just nope V skill. It's very annoying for Balrog. A lot of times they'll like you're supposed to like more turtle and like hold charge with Balrog. So like a lot of times he'll just go like back and then like fish for a medium punch. And the same thing, you can just V-skill in this range. It's a very, very good tool. And of course, good old like forward heavy kick, because even if you get popped here, let me try to get hit. Even if you get hit like a little bit, yeah, I guess I can't get hit like in this. Okay, in the startup it'll ground me, but if you get like popped up and he like cancels into a rush punch, nothing's gonna happen. He's gonna whiff and you can punish. Actually, it's actually pretty good. But yeah, and again, crouching medium punch and standing light kick is a very good whip punish tool. What else? Oh yeah, V skill. So if you start doing V skill out, they can actually V skill through your V skill. Let's see if I can. Oh, did I turn on? But 3's on. I thought 3 was the V skill P. There we go. Yeah. So let me see if I can catch myself from that. But yeah, if you. Yep. See, they can V skill through it. So a lot of times you can just do nothing, and that's actually -4. At least, so you can get at this range, oh my god, why can't I punish? Why can't I punish that? Not fast enough. Sometimes I can punish it, sometimes not. Why can't I punish it? Whatever. V skill P, punishable. Like, around this range. Oh, it's too far. Around this range? Yeah. Around that range, it becomes more safe. Alright, moving on. So, around this range, Balrog likes to hang out, because he can just rush punch. So, a lot of times, when I'm in this particular range, I'll throw out some crush counter buttons, because, even if I get hit, I wouldn't do it too much because look how much like recovery it has, but just sometimes, just throw out a roundhouse. This is good. The best thing probably to do is to throw out a light kick because it's faster and it has very good range. See if I block, a lot of times I like to move forward a little bit and keep blocking in case they do a misspaced dash punch, because these are very negative up close. Yeah, you can also throw medium punches. But yeah, it's basically, you can also neutral jump. Neutral jumping's not a bad tool to do, especially at certain ranges. He can't EX upper you from this range, so you shouldn't just do this though and just keep jumping up and down like dumb. You just move back, or maybe do a neutral jump here and there. Another good thing to poke is just pokes. With your crouching medium kick, yeah, you're not going to get like anything off of it, but everything he has to do, he has to move forward to do. So if he wants to move forward, you can just harass him by doing this. It's like go in your range, go out, go in, go out. I wouldn't sweep. I don't sweep at all in this matchup because he can get huge conversions off of her sweep. It's just not worth the risk. Maybe for a whiff punish, but that's the only thing I would do. Yeah, neutral is kind of silly in this matchup. It's really just like throwing out buttons. Okay. Balrog. Yeah, you gotta, and I use roundhouse a lot for anti-airing. That's the main tool I use to anti-air, because I try to keep them around this range in neutral. I like to be around here. This is where I'm most comfortable, because then I can go in his dash punch ranges and they'll be unsafe. And I can go outside of his other things very easily. I can even make a dash punch miss if they're trying to perfectly space it. Yeah, I like this range. And then I can V-skill, and he'll just go into my V-skill if I do this. Yeah, and I anti-air with roundhouse. I usually don't anti-air with back medium punch, unless he's super close like this. He jumps like this for some reason. I'll use back medium punch. That's the only time. So yeah, just a lot of pokes, and going, I like to make them miss space dash punches. Like, if you gotta think of what type of Balrog they are. If they're more aggressive with that, yeah, you should be more patient. But a lot of times a Balrog will just be chill and just like hold tap and wait for you to make a move more, to react with either a dash punch or something. So I'll just go in and roundhouse a lot. Roundhouse and crouching medium kick. Okay, and V-skill. Those are my main pokes. These are my main pokes. And then I do this to light kicks and crouching medium punches to stop forward movement. Because this is very far. Like, this is like max range. If I move a little bit closer, I'm gonna hit him. There. Oops. Alright, and you can always make me elaborate more on these neutral guides. I'm not these are kind of just thrown together, I'm sorry. They're all in my head. I don't really have any notes about these characters. But this is neutral. I can help you more, like, in the matchup. I also like to, I don't like to jump in at Rog unless it's like a very deep jump in like this, because his anti-airs are very good. So this is his like awkward angles are like right here. This is very awkward for him. And you can just do a light kick. Okay. Alright, Laura. Laura's not too bad either. Instead of being, I'm a little, it's like this matchup, I think you have to be more patient too. Yeah, there's no point in being aggressive in this matchup. Like with the Rog one, yeah, I can see you being a little bit more, what's the word? Forceful? But with Laura, you don't really have to. Like, her projectile doesn't, like, while it's like one of the best projectiles in the game, like, it's not, I don't think it gives Ibuki too much trouble. Because, here, let's do that. Let's do light. Because an easy, look at the proximity block though, it's dumb. So, yeah, you can easily just EX Rida through it. If they're dumb and do it in your face, just do that. You can try to sweep at like this range. If they do it like that, just sweep. You can like crouch medium kick too. And if you have a E-trigger, easy conversion. If they do it around here, you can actually kunai under it. That's what I do a lot in this matchup. I stay around, probably around this range, and I just harass her with kunai. And hopefully they'll get irritated and either try to dash in or jump in and just easily roundhouse them. Alright, well that was fun. Alright, sorry about that. So, Laura's good buttons in neutral, standing medium kick. It doesn't reach very far. This reaches so much farther. Crouch medium kick, obviously. Oh my god, vacuum sealers. What else? I mean, yeah, she has a good roundhouse too. So, let me do a recording. So, roundhouse, medium kick, then crouch medium. Okay. Let's start with roundhouse, because they love crush counter buttons. It's really nice to stay outside this range with Laura. Like, this is how I like to play it. I like to go in and out this range. It's like, at this range, her roundhouse doesn't connect. I don't think her crouching medium kick really connects that well either at this range. Yeah. So you can just easily just whip Punisher buttons right here. This is a very good range to be in against Laura. Like, yeah, right there. Keep messing up. Need to move in. But yeah, you get the idea. Around here. It's a very good range. You can always just forward heavy kick over those. Forward heavy kicks are just a very good poke in general. I don't use V-skill too much in neutral in this matchup. I don't feel like I need to. I feel like my buttons are really good at combating hers, so I don't really need to. Medium kick though, this is a very annoying button. It's -2 though. Always remember, -2, no matter how much they like to spam it, it's -2. Yeah, light kick is like the best whip punish tool in this matchup. It's very, very good. I use all anti-airs really to anti-air her. I use roundhouse when she's around this range, but I use back medium punch and even crouching fierce sometimes. Depending on, because crouching fierce is very reliable against our jump fierce. Oh yeah. When she does, ooh, I need to actually. When she does maybe get in, and does something like that or like that, like on block, she'll go like back maybe. Like, she'll go back and, like, throw a fireball. Here, let me... Oops, I have to V-skill. Oops, wrong one. they'll do that. So if you see the medium kick, I always just press the button after medium kick all the time. So doing that, that's fake. Her like dash, all of her dash things are fake, pretty much. So always press the button. It's hard to when she does something like medium punch, because she's plus after that, after medium punch. So what I do, oops. Yeah, what I do, is I delay a jab. So, alright. Yeah, I just delay jab. What the, what? Playback, please. Like, you can delay a medium punch? I wouldn't do that though. What? Why doesn't it work? I was gonna try to beat both options, right? Okay, so that one's that one. Oh yeah, the first one's the command grab. Yeah, just delay a jab. It's hard. It's hard though. Because the common frame trap she'll do is that one. Okay. Because a thing I like to do is when she does that, I'll V-skill, because it's not a true block string really when I do this. It'll move my hitbox or my hurtbox back. So if I see a medium punch, usually I just V-skill. I don't know, Laura, you just have to let her kill herself basically, because Ibuki's range is, I feel like they combat her very well, and she has very good tools to cover her like fireball pressure and stuff like that. So yeah, just play it around this range. And if you have a life lead, just chill. Like maybe chill around here. Because if she throws a thunderclap, she can't really do anything about it, and you just kunai and then reload right away. So if you have a life lead, chill like around here. But don't give up too much space. You don't want to be around here, because this is way too close to the corner. So always be mindful of that. Just stick around, I would say, don't go farther than here. So if you see yourself going like around here, just push up a little bit and try to take back some of that space, because that might surprise her if you just suddenly turn from turtling to more offensive. Alright, if you need any more questions about Laura, hit me up. Like I'm fairly confident like Balrog and Laura. Karen though, Karen's hard. It's a hard matchup for Ibuki. Okay, character, stage select. Yeah, like basically, you just have to think about controlling your space. This is just in general for neutral. It's all about controlling your space. Pretty much. It's fun. I used to have no neutral. Now I have okay neutral. Alright, Karen. Karen is much better in the ground game than Ibuki. So in this matchup, I actually jump a lot more than most matchups. She has a weak anti-airs. Her best option when you jump at her is to walk forward because of her awesome like walk speed. Her walk speed is really good. So all she does like is just walk forward, medium punch. So Um, so, oop, I need to delay that more. It's hard to... it's hard to time that. Yeah, but that's what they'll do. So, you don't... I usually jump around, like, this range. Like, I jump pretty far out against Karen, because it's very easy for them to walk under. Alright, so neutral. So, Karen is very quick, and she has very good buttons. Like, this is a very good whiff punish button. This is like a very good poke of hers. She'll like throw this out neutral to try to catch you to do it, get a Tenko off. And another good button that she likes to use, standing medium kick, is very annoying for Ibuki. So she'll like go around this, and maybe, oh, you're walking back to get away from it, oh, I'm gonna sweep you. Karen's very annoying, to say the least. So, I have to take the first round to see what kind of buttons they like to use, because a lot of Karens don't use the standing medium kick as much. A lot of times they abuse roundhouse too much, so I'll play it at different ranges depending on what kind of Karen they are. So I'll usually approach neutral a little bit different for each Karen, but generally it's the same. So, okay. Alright, so first off, roundhouse, the good crush counter button. Like, yeah, I say around like, yeah, this range. Against Karen, if I'm up close, if we already like got in a little bit closer to each other, I'm gonna just stand around this range and try to walk forward a little bit, walk back, and hopefully they'll whip roundhouse, and then I can get an easy punish. Okay. Yeah, usually in this matchup, I don't whiff too much. I use a very, very safe button, so I'll do a light punch, light kick. Like, I'll do crouching light punch to try to catch startups on any moves. Or I'll poke with that. I'll poke with crouching medium punch a lot in this matchup. And I'll roundhouse. I don't like to use forward roundhouse, because it's very easy for them to just walk back a little bit, and then I'm kind of fucked. Because it'll whiff, and it has a lot of recovery frames now, because of Season 2. And yeah, it's gonna lead into big damage, and then a setup. So I use this sparingly. I mostly go for safe buttons. Maybe just like walk forward, crouching medium kick. I feel like Ibukis don't use crouching medium kick enough. It's like, it's decent. It's not like slow. Yeah, you can't cancel into anything, but it's just like a very annoying tool. Yeah. Okay, another button to deal with. So, a lot of times they'll abuse standing medium kick because it's very hard for Ibuki to deal with this button. Very hard. My crouching medium punch doesn't really reach where her crouching or standing medium kick reaches. It's a little bit better of a poke, but it's a better poke. But she doesn't get much. She doesn't get anything off it. It's just a poke. So yeah, you can try to whip punish it. Like, you can try. It's hard. It's a fast button. What I like to do is I try to counter poke it, so I'll do a crouching fierce. This is the only time I use this button really in this matchup, is when I'm around this range, where I can try to get the startup of crouching medium kick, or standing medium kick, I should say. Never mind. Yeah, like that. I wouldn't do it too much. Don't only look for it like in this range, and if it's not working, stop it. I have done that way too much where I'm like, I need to I need to hit this button. I need to counter poke it, and I'll just lose myself and moose around because I'm too focused on that. So yeah, don't focus on too many things. Always like be aware of if you're doing repetitive pokes, or your movement is like very readable. So you wanna like, yeah, just cut back on habits and tendencies. It's hard because everyone has their own habits that they do in neutral. But it's something you just have to watch a lot of replays and see what you're doing in those situations and how you can adapt. What I usually don't do in many matchups is Fierce, standing Fierce. In neutral, this is kind of garbage. This has a long startup. It's unsafe unless you cancel on a kunai, so you have to waste the kunai automatically if you want to be safe. And it just sucks. A lot of things I'll do in neutral as well is I'll do a buffered poke off a standing medium punch, because it's a good button. It's a good button. I like that button. These buttons are good. I mean, yeah, it doesn't reach as far, but it's this is a 5-frame button, so it's very fast. Don't catch startup on a lot of things. Another thing I don't do is sweep. Speaking of sweeps, one of the few times I will start using, not even using it. Like, yeah, they like to sweep at that range. I might go for a forward heavy kick to high profile it, but like I said before, it's very risky and I don't like doing it. So if they sweep too much, I'll crouch block a lot more. I'll just kind of stand back and then walk back like micro walk and then just down back. What you can do against her sweep, you can punish it very different ways. You can super, you can DP it. At certain ranges, that's like a decent punish, is a DP. Because sometimes standing medium or crouching medium punch doesn't reach, which is a good punish if they're really close, and I don't know why they do it. Crouching medium kick is a much better option at this range, but sometimes they do. And at max range you can EX ride as well. You don't get any Oki, but you get a lot of damage, so it's kind of worth it in certain situations, maybe if you're in the corner, and you can get super. You can punish that with super, as any sweep, but just throwing that out there. What else? What else can Karen do? Always be wary about walking back against Karen, honestly, because her crouching medium kick is pretty good. It's not Cammy's, but they like to dashboard and just crouching medium kick sometimes. Yeah, just also be wary of where her ranges is, because she can move in and out very quick. Like move out. Don't tech in neutral in mid screen against Karen, because she doesn't get anything off any of her throws, her forward or back throws, in anywhere, but she only gets Oki here in the corner, like a lot of characters do. So yeah, play it. It's hard sometimes. Karen can be very oppressive, because while this doesn't reach, this reaches. Like, oh, nope, nope. Oh, you're trying to walk back. Nope. This is very... It can be very tough. It's probably one of Ibuki's hardest matchups in neutral, besides Birdie. So you can, like, take to the air if you're losing in in neutral, but I would just be smart about it and don't do it too much. I have not really played Karen that much. Okay. Wait, jab, jab, jab. Okay. What am I doing? Okay. Character select. How about Rashid next? Yeah, these are just basic things to take note of. And of course, this isn't just like a one-size-fits-all solution. This is just things to think about. Because naturally, every other player plays differently, but... Oops, I'm not Rashid. It's just like good to think about their ranges and what buttons are good against to throw out against those characters. Like again, never use this. Alright. This is another character I like to use standing around house and crouch fierce. Because his jump fierce is very good. It's annoying. I like to... This is a very even matchup, I would say. Rashid has some good pokes, but I also have good movement too and good pokes, so... And I have good ways to get around his whirlwind and stuff, so it's pretty even. Okay, a few things Rashids like to do. Let's start off with Tornado. So, like, if you're right here, sometimes he'll just do that. So sometimes I'll just, if I'm not too close to the corner, let me get away from the corner. I'll just, backdash to try to avoid some random whirlwind. Yeah. Or just you can just gradually walk back. But this is safe. It's very annoying. So yeah, press buttons afterwards. But it's very annoying. Very annoying. Whirlwinds. Or tornado, whatever. Spinning mixes, that's what it's called. Very, very annoying. Alright, so... I didn't show you all these buttons. Alright, so... A lot of times in neutral, crouch fierce. Very, very good tool. For them. Because it reaches very far, safe on block, and it's, cancelable. The specials. So... Yeah. It's very fun to deal with. They'll throw out a standing medium kick out now and then. They'll do something like this, and then walk, standing medium kick, walk back, crouching fierce. Or they'll try to like, yeah, just try to catch you walking back with their crouch medium kick. It's just a good button. It's not bad. His sweep is decent too. He has decent buttons. I mean, besides like this. So slow. I mean, that's slow, but it's so short. Same with this. Like, this is like, eh. Like, they'll use this as pressure tools, but they won't use it as pokes, so I wouldn't worry about it in neutral. A good neutral button that uses this. It has decent range, and it crush counters this. And this, by the way, is -4, so standing light kick, Rida, or TP, whatever. Fuck it up. Okay. Okay. So, the crouching fierce range, somewhere around like here. Yeah, right around here. So, you need to you can always just stay like at this range against these types of Rashids, and oop, don't do it too early. And just try to whip punish it. Yeah, sweep is a very easy whiff punish for this button. It's just, because it has so many recovery frames. So you can do something like that. You can also, if you can go a little bit closer. And start to do your 3-frame or your buttons. If you just need to walk inside and counter poke. She's annoying. Whirlwind stuff. Alright, a lot of times, especially mid-screen. Alright, what's this? What do I put this? Oh yeah, crouch pierce, whatever. Sand pierce. Okay. So a lot of times this isn't real mid-screen on block. Or at least the normal one isn't here. Oops. Which one did I do? One? You can I think you can interrupt that one, no? Not the medium one? Okay, you can interrupt the heavy one, for sure. Or an easy thing to do is... What did I turn on? Oh, CPU difficulty. Alright. You can just EX Rida through that. Why isn't my Rida going out? What? There. It's like, what's happening? Yeah, it's annoying, but you can EX Rida through it. I mean, you can DP, but you get better damage off of EX Rida. Roundhouse, very good poke in this matchup. Crouching medium punch. I'm sorry, this is everywhere, but the pokes are usually the same for most characters. I will use forward heavy kick a little bit more, but he's super fast. I usually do standing roundhouse more. And I will V-skill a lot in this matchup in neutral. Because I like to stand outside of his crouch pierce range and use it. You just have to be wary of V-skilling too much, because they can just jump over you. Always be aware of if you're abusing moves. I'm trying to think of anything else where she's notable for in neutral. Like, I feel like as long as you can deal with his spinning mixers, I would neutral jump a little bit, because this moves him forward, so you can do that easily. And then if they spinning mixer, you can punish sometimes. So I would do that. Just don't do it too much, because then they can do the anti-air spinning mixers. I never neutral jump enough. Alright, Ken is very easy one. Ken is very easy. He's very easy to take down in neutral. His neutral is just bad, at least compared to Ibuki's. Alright, nope, we're still going on? Alright, nope. Alright, we're good. Oh my god, this is so annoying, I'm sorry. Alright, so Ken's Fireball garbage. Just absolute garbage. Yeah, they can abuse Hadoken. They can try to abuse Hadokens, but a very easy... She has so many tools to get away or around Hadokens. So she can slide under them. She can try to get the start up with Roundhouse. So I'll throw a bunch of pokes around this range. So yeah, if I take a Hadoken to the face, that's okay. I'd much rather get a crush counter. Because this has a very good recovery. So you don't have to worry too much about getting replenished. Okay, a lot of buttons that they use, they'll use this so they can cancel a run or do something, get a crush counter or something. They'll do roundhouse. They'll poke with roundhouse, yeah. Try to get those crush counters. Crouching medium kick. This is what I like to do with Ken. This is what I do when I play Ken. I just maybe throw it out and I try to get it confirmed off a crouching medium kick. I throw out jabs to stop dashes or anything, and then throw Hadokens, and then anti-air with DP if they jump. That's what I do. I'm not very good with Ken, but I like playing with him. He's fun. Yeah, a good poke that he uses is that one, standing medium punch. It has decent range, and you can cancel into stuff. So it's a good button. So the main ones I see Ken's use and I would use is this one, and this one for pokes. This, I wouldn't poke too much with it because you can just crouch block. So, I'm going for this. So, in the Ken matchup, I like to stay around here. Here, let's turn on all the buttons. And you can throw out a lot of buttons against him. Like, I'm not afraid of neutral at all versus Ken, so I'll just throw out some roundhouses. Wait for him to, like, whiff a roundhouse or something, because you can just stand outside this range. His roundhouse, yeah, will move him a little bit forward, but... Yeah. To anti-air, and he doesn't have really, yeah, his EX, he has EX, Tatsu to get in, but I'm not afraid of that anymore. Yeah, this is exciting. Alright, I need to wait a couple minutes. Okay, fucking quickly. Alright. I see a lot of Ken's neutral jumping against Ibuki, which isn't a bad answer for his poor neutral. To try to catch like her air EX kunais and stuff. That's another thing when you're neutral. Yeah, this might seem good to be just like, I want to get this over with and get in. But the easiest thing they can do is just neutral jump it. Sometimes it gets caught though. Right. Yeah, that's like a common thing that I see. and then they can just punish you on their way down. So a lot of times I would just walk up roundhouse. It's really easy. If they like to neutral jump around this range, just walk up. Or you could dash up and DP. A lot of times I like to, it's annoying, but sometimes you can just medium kick dash under them. Don't do this, don't try this against Chun-Li because of her jumping heavy kick. It's gonna catch you and it's annoying. But yeah, it's something to think about. Try relying more on your pokes and things, instead of just going for air kunais or dashes and stuff. Because Ibuki's forward walk speed is amazing. It's very, very good. So I only like kind of tap it when I try to move in neutral. Oh, this is disorienting. When I want to move forward, I just kind of tap. You don't need to move too much. And a little does a lot. Definitely. Because it only takes like a few frames to just like get in range for standing leg kick to whiff punish or the crouching medium punch. Like, she's very fast. So one of the things I really liked about her. So yeah, things I'll watch out for, just catching dashes. So I throw out these pokes sometimes. I don't like just mash them, but sometimes I'll walk around and just, if I think he's gonna dash, I'll throw something out. Alright, I can go in more in depth if you want later, but I feel like this is good things to start with, and then I can help you more along the way. I'm tired. Bye bye.